You're simply the best. Better than all the rest.
Hello and welcome back to the channel, it's JPA here. In today's video I'm going to be discussing St Johnstone versus Rangers at McDairmid Park tomorrow. If you're new to the channel, please think about hitting that subscribe button, hit that like button as well, and we'll be well on our way. We'll just get straight into this video, guys. So it's St Johnstone Rangers tomorrow. It's a 12:30 kick-off, available on Sky Sports Football. I'd imagine you'll get on Rangers TV or St Johnstone TV as well. I'd imagine both of those companies will be covering the game. So this is going to be an interesting one. St Johnstone last season were obviously a really good team. They won both cups, both domestic cups, which is absolutely incredible for Callum Davidson, especially in his first year, and especially St Johnstone aren't a big club. Like, they're not even a big club like Hearts or Hibs or Aberdeen or anything like that. They're a really quite a small club in comparison to the other clubs in the league. They're a kind of mid-table team, I would say, but winning 2 domestic cups is absolutely outstanding, and he was really up there for manager of the year, I thought, last year, pipped obviously by Gerrard and the fact that we won the league and ran away with the league probably, but it was interesting. They've lost a good couple of players on the transfer window there. Ali McCann, who I actually thought Rangers probably should have went out for and got, he's signed way down England somewhere. Jason Kerr as well has left the club. He's another decent player. I'd be probably shouting for him again in the Scotland squad at some point. A really talented centre back. They have replaced him with Ali Crawford's come in. I don't know if you remember him from his Hamilton days. Really good player, went down to Bolton, had a couple of loan spells here and there. Tranmere, I think he was at last season. This is another loan deal. Good for him to get some game time, and he was actually once picked to be a Rangers player as well at one point, so he's a decent addition to the squad. They also brought in Lars De Donker. It's real hard to say that. Belgian centre back, not to be confused with the other De Donker who plays for Wolves. I don't even know if they're in a relationship, to be honest, but he's a centre back. I don't know a lot about the guy, but he's obviously in there to replace Jason Kerr, so we'll see how that goes. Looking at their most recent results, they haven't had the greatest of the results. Last time out they drew 0-0 with St Mirren. There was a red card in that game to St Mirren, but it happened in deep in injury time, so it didn't really give them enough time to actually capitalise on that. The game before that they lost to Dundee United, and again there was a red card in that one, and they probably did have enough time to react to that. It was the goal scorer Pollitt scored the goal and then got sent off. If I can remember rightly, I think it was kind of a dubious red card, but didn't quote me on that. One result that I did want to look at, and it's no like a recent result, it was a couple of weeks ago, 5th of August actually. They drew 1-1 with Galatasaray away from home. Now Galatasaray aren't as good as they probably used to be, probably not even as good as when we played them, but for a team like St Johnstone to go away from home, difficult circumstances away from home in Turkey, and get a draw, was a very positive result, albeit there was yet another red card in that game, but they did well to get the point there. Sorry, the point, I sound like Ange here. They got the away draw, took the game back to McDairmid Park and unfortunately lost, but they did really well up until a certain point. I think it was maybe about an hour into the game before they started to really fall apart, and that's probably just down to experience or inexperience really. So St Johnstone are a good side. I'm not going to take them lightly at all. I think we did that to our own peril last season, and we ultimately paid for it in the cup. They obviously were the team that put us out of the Scottish Cup and eventually went on to win it. I said as soon as they put us out, by the way, that they are going to win it, despite the fact that we're playing Hibs in the next round. I thought they're a shoo-in to win it, because they just had that self-belief that they were going to do it. And that's kind of why I'm pointing out this Galatasaray result, because on its own it's a good result, but it just shows that they will up their game for a higher, tougher opposition. And this is the case for most Scottish teams, I would say. The games against like St Mirren, Dundee United, they'll maybe not give it their all, but against Rangers, in front of the TV cameras, the players just give that extra 10% and they will be a little bit more organised, I feel. If you look at Rangers team news, I think it's maybe well documented in the news in the last few weeks, last few days rather, that Hadji has caught COVID, so he won't play. Good news on Ryan Jack and Namdi Ofabor. They're both progressing quite well. In fact, Namdi, we're looking at maybe 6 to 7 days, re-looking at his results and seeing kind of where he is. I don't think he's going to be in the team anytime soon, but the things that are coming back now are kind of positive. Same around Jack. That's really pretty much all he said. There was rumours that Patterson was out injured for Scotland. I think he's pretty much just played through the pain barrier in that one. I think he will make the game, but it all depends on obviously the team selection from Steven Gerrard, who's obviously back from the COVID thing. We've obviously got all the players back available. We're pretty much almost full strength, and that includes obviously the 2 goalkeepers coming back as well. So it's going to be interesting to see who he kind of takes out of that 11, because a lot of the players that came in did really well in the European game and the Old Firm game. So in terms of prediction, now I know Rangers will be on a high for winning that Old Firm game, and I think we really did play well, particularly in the second half. But I do think that St Johnstone are a good outfit. They will be very, very organised in their defensive work. They always seem to have a really good shape against Rangers. They will try and hit us on the break. They've got good, quick players. David Witherspoon is probably one I would maybe pick out. A really good player. Rooney from the right back position is always a danger going forward. And Kane up front gives you that physical presence that maybe some other teams don't have. So he will cause us problems, I've got no doubt about that. So in terms of my prediction, I'm going to go quite tight. I'm going to go St Johnstone 0, Rangers 1. Goal scorer for me, Morelos. Now I know I've seen people predicting 3, 4, 5-0. I really didn't see that at all. I don't know what people actually think about when they're putting these silly predictions. I see it all the time on Facebook. Oh, get your predictions in. 4-0, 5-0, 6-0. I'm like, come on. Be realistic. It's not going to be that kind of game. They're going to make it very difficult for us to score, and they're going to try and hit us on the break, so we're going to have to be wary of that. I do believe we've got enough in us to score. Do you know what, if it was 3 or 4-0 it wouldn't surprise me, because I know we're good enough to do that, but I just think the way St Johnstone will set up will really make it difficult for us. Tell me what you guys think in the comment section down below. So that's my prediction, pretty much done guys. Thank you very much for watching. If you're new to the channel, as I said earlier in the video, please think about hitting that subscribe button. Help out your fellow Rangers supporters on YouTube. I know there are probably better YouTubers out there than me, but why not subscribe to me and watch me anyway. I'm subscribed to quite a lot of them, Heart and Hand, CG Novo, the Battle Fever podcast, stuff like that. I watch all of that kind of stuff. And why not just throw another Rangers fan in there for good measure, just to see what my opinion is. Thank you very much for watching again, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.